Hello guys and welcome back to Minecraft with Orchid is here. Today I'll be showing you part 2 of my aircraft map I've built in Minecraft. And I'll be showing you these two aircraft. The Ecranoplan military or something. And the Ecranoplan aircraft carrier. So let's begin. This is the military Ecranoplan something, I don't know what the name is. I think KM or some, maybe? Okay. A ground effect vehicle, a GEV, is a vehicle that is designed to attain sustained flight over a level surface, usually over the sea, by making use of ground effect, the aerodynamic interaction between the wings and the surface. Among the best known are the Soviet Ekranoplans, but names like wing in ground effect, WEG, Flycraft, Sea Skimmer, or Wing in Surface Effects Ship (WISE) are also used. In recent years, a large number of different GEVs types have been developed for both civilian and military use. However, these craft have yet to enter widespread use. The German tandem airfoil Flarebows or Skimmerfoils, constructed by Gunther Jürg, differ in their use of self-stabilizing wings. Okay, so what it actually does is, if it flies above the water and the surface of the water, like it's like air, but then yes, it skips over the water. If you know what I mean, you probably don't know what I mean, but the idea was it was too low for radar, but also too high for sonar. No, so the only way to see it is actually seeing it, not on radar or on sonar. So it's pretty useful. It was meant to deliver cargo for really fast. That's why all these jet engines on the side, like big ears or something. Okay, let's not on the inside. Just a little side note. I couldn't find any interior on this thing except for the cockpit, so I just made some stuff up. Okay, these were the rockets built, I think, probably for defense and something like that, but okay. Okay, this is, I just made here cargo bay or something like that. Here says cargo bay in Russian, or at least I believe it was. I typed it in Google Translate. This says exit in Russian. This is like, I don't know, for infantry maybe, because it's the militarized version. Here if it, like, it stores something, I don't know. Here's like to launch the rockets, like a little tower. I just put, oh, fun. Okay, here's I believe radio control says here. Again, I just type it in on translate, and yeah, I don't know. Russian letters, Russian words. The only ones I know is Suka and Blyat and Privyet. Yeah, radio control here with a switch. Think bedroom says here, I don't know. Like for the crew and stuff like that of the Ecranoplan. Toilet, and I forgot to build the toilets in on both sides. Like here, no toilets. And this is cockpit. Yeah, here's the cockpit. On the real one, on the picture I saw, instead of blue, it was like green, bluish, and like there were like wool pads or something of green there. But if I take it out, you see, look, there's make a hole out of it, so it couldn't make it green. Oops. You know what? I'll fix it later. Yeah. Here's the backside of the wing with the backside gunner of it. Here. And this is supposed to be represent the Russian, the Soviet star. Soviets. And this is the Ecranoplan. I'll show you like a little bit of it. This is the side. front. Well, I mean like the other side. And this side. And okay, and let's head to my masterpiece. The Kranaplan aircraft carrier. It is my biggest build and the hardest build I've ever made in whole of Minecraft things. It took me 3 days to build this thing and 3 days of suffering and agonizing pain. But I finished it and I'm really happy about it. So yeah. There are no facts on this thing because yeah, it doesn't exist yet. I only saw a few pictures of this thing in the plans. So yeah, this thing doesn't exist. And maybe it's for the better. Okay. Of course, you have 4 engines. And oh, by the way, there's no interior because yeah, this thing this thing doesn't exist. Okay. So here you have the 4 big engines on the sides. The Soviet Star. 2 big intakes on the sides, like an air duct. This thing is supposed to be a hind from Garrett 2x4. It's not finished yet. This side. By the way, if you want to show off, if you want to see the Kranaplan by itself without me talking over it, I have a video on it with like a cinematic video on it, so I'll show you without my voice in it. Okay. Now here you have the landing strip on it. This is supposed to be like a big elevator or something like that goes down to the hangar bay of this aircraft. And I don't know what this is supposed to be. Okay, and here if you have the landing strip, it's not that long, not really long. Probably catapult somewhere on this thing. You have a radar dish. Maybe a control room or something here. Also on the other side you have a control room. Something or a room. Rockets, the same as on the other Kranaplan, but that thing exists and this thing doesn't. And I made them a little bit better, more realistic on the real version, because those ones were a little bit too high. Here you have 4 really big engines. They're supposed to be like yeah, the tail of the aircraft, but then with more engines on it. I know this thing has a lot of engines. Here you have the back wings. I don't know how you call them. I think the ailerons maybe, or aileron rings. I don't know. So sorry. Tail control. Yes, tail control. That's the only thing I know from War Thunder. That's the game. The other side of wing. This is the main really big wing of the Kranaplan. Both sides, of course. It was supposed to be like a jet fighter, just like that thing. Too high for sonar, too low for radar. And if it's going on high speed, it'll pull back on itself. Like now that part goes to here, so it won't just rip off the wing. Okay. The Soviet Star. I saw like a little thing on Google Images with the star from Mario, but then I made it red. I think the license of this thing 19701 and a Russian A. I don't know what it's called, a Russian A, or just called a Russian A. And on this side you have the CCCP and another Soviet Star. It was CCCP stands I think for Soyuz Sovietsky something and then Republik. Okay. By the way, if you hear my neighbor shouting, yeah, he shouts a lot. I hate it. So sorry if you hear him shout. Okay. Get something to drink first. It's really hard. Ah. Yep. Okay. That's better. This this is the underside of the aircraft. It's like an like really in the Netherlands you call it a catamaran, but I don't know how you call it in English. A catamaran. So yeah, it has like that design of it. Uh, on the photos it didn't show the underneath side, of course, of this thing, so I just made my own, and I think it looks pretty good. I just say it for myself. And by the way, if you guys don't like this thing, just say it in the comments or something. If you don't, if you don't like, I don't like it, you don't mind. Of course, it's your own thing. But okay. On the other side. Just boring on the side. Another Soviet star on the side. And this one here is supposed to be like TR3 Black Manta or something like that. People think it's a UFO from maybe the United States government. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It looked cool to me, so I'm trying to build it, but as you can see, it's not finished yet. But, so yeah, it looked cool. The Black Manta. I don't know. I even don't know if the thing exists. Most people don't know if the thing exists. Probably like Area 51 or something. But yeah, that was part 2 of it. And if I build more aircraft on this map, just if I finish that one, maybe more, I'll show that to you. But until next time, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to, saying if you like all these aircraft or don't like all these aircraft. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.